Hello and welcome to another edition of Random Educational Stuff. I've got to turn the light so you can actually see me. Right, so Random Educational Stuff. Yes, well, of course we're now living in a politically correct society, aren't we? We're led to believe that in a lot of ways women and men are the same, and you're the same whether you're English, French, German, Croatian, Russian, African, Indian, or whatever. But there's a few things that don't really coincide with that anymore. And one of those things is in fact certain TV series. Star Trek has adapted the politically correct thing, so we now have female starship captains, and then we have like female admirals and Starfleet, that sort of thing. And in certain films we have women in positions of power just as much as men, and like films where women get the upper hand and that sort of thing. But there's a few things that are completely the opposite and don't really hold up in a politically correct world. And one of those things I'd like to point out is the Sarah Jane Adventures. Now, the Sarah Jane Adventures is a spin-off from the series Doctor Who. Now, we all know about Doctor Who. And see, that's totally unpolitically correct. Politically incorrect. He's a man. He's an alien, sorry, but he's a man, isn't he? You could more relate him to a man than you could a female, physically. After all, he's a male actor, isn't it? And Doctor Who has always been a man. He's never been a woman. And he's apparently one of the greatest people, aliens, whatever, that, ever existed. And he's really, really intelligent, and he flies around in time and space in a telephone box that's bigger on the inside, possibly like his brain. Yeah. And normally the companions that travel with him, especially the female companions that travel with him, are a bit thick, aren't they? They always get captured or something stupid happens to them. They did introduce that male one, and you did have Mickey as well, didn't you? And they're a bit thick, I guess, but not as much. And of course, we live in a society now where we're not allowed. You can't make sexist remarks that are putting women down, as you'd say. You can make as many remarks as you like, putting men down, but you can't put a woman down anymore, which I think is wrong. If you can still put men down, you can still put women down, bastards. That's sexist against men now, isn't it? But the Sarah Jane Adventures just further strengthens the theory or the belief that women are thick. Sarah Jane's an ordinary woman. Yes, she's been up and travelled with Doctor Who or whatever, but she's an ordinary woman now who lives in an ordinary house. Yes, she might have a giant supercomputer in her attic, and a son who's actually a genetically engineered super genius or whatever, but she's unbelievably thick. And she hears about aliens and then immediately runs off to either help them or fight them. And all she takes with her is a sonic lipstick. The Doctor only has a sonic screwdriver. But an ordinary human, this is, Sarah Jane Smith, only takes a sonic lipstick. Now, a human man, upon hearing about aliens, if he decided he was going to run off and fight them or whatever, he'd at least take some form of weapon. A knife, a gun, a sword, a large pole, something that could be used as self-defense. But she doesn't. And she walks into trouble all the time, doesn't she? Which makes you believe, yeah, women are fucking stupid. And, and we're not allowed to think women are stupid anymore because of political correctness. But then you get a programme like Sarah Jane Smith, which further strengthens the belief that women are, in fact, stupid. And so, that's very... if the politically correct society continues and becomes more and more politically correct, the Sarah Jane Adventures would have to disappear. Or it would have to be changed in such a way that instead of running off to find the aliens find her. And that would just be a bit boring. And also, another thing that's opposite to political correctness is Desperate Housewives. Now, apparently, Desperate Housewives is an American series, so all my American viewers have probably already seen Desperate Housewives before we in England have seen it. Now, you're probably wondering why I picked Desperate Housewives as an unpolitically correct, a politically incorrect series. I don't know if what I'm about to say is technically politically incorrect, but it is slightly putting down women, isn't it? Yeah. There's another word for that, isn't there? Putting down. I forgot what it is. That's why I keep saying putting down, because I can't think of the word. It's putting down women anyway. It's the Desperate Housewives nearly everyone on the programme has some form of secret. But it seems that women are a bit thick, and they gossip a bit too much. And, we're not allowed to be against women. But then you get a programme like Desperate Housewives, where most of the women on the programme are complete sluts, all of which are far too pretty to be normal everyday housewives. I mean, there are no ugly housewives in Desperate Housewives. I mean, there's ugly women, but there's no ugly housewives. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, all the main stars like Eva Longoria, I don't know all their names. Yeah, like Brie and I don't know all the characters either. But all the main female characters, the ones that are all friends, Susan. Where did I get that name from? It's right though, but Susan, Terry Hatcher. Those main 4, 5, they're all pretty, aren't they? I don't know if you agree with that or not, but you know what I mean. You got that old woman who's a bit ugly, but she's not part of the main group, is she? She's like an extra. And so it's a program about 4 or 5 bimbo, sexy bimbo sluts who have a series of stupid adventures, basically, and have really weird problems, and it's degrading. That's the word. It's degrading to women. I don't know if women would find it degrading. I mean, after all, it is a program about women. Therefore, women can feel connected to it in some way. And yeah, it's a program mainly about women, and it's called Desperate Housewives, not house husbands. And so, it's a bit of a raise for women, really, isn't it? Because it's a program dedicated to women. But the women in it are charty, slutty idiots. And, it's degrading, isn't it? I mean, and the men go out and work, just like normal society, you know. But we're not allowed to be politically, you know, you're not allowed to be like that anymore. So there should be one where the woman works and the man doesn't. But every family that's in Desperate Housewives has a man working and a woman at home. I mean, hence, I know it's called Desperate Housewives, so obviously the women can't really be working. I mean, what do you call her? Lynette. I'm remembering the names now. She decided to go off to work, but now she doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, that didn't last too long. But yeah, it's a bit, you know, degradatory, degradationary, whatever the fucking word is. Derogative, whatever. Derogative? No. But yeah, and there's numbers of programs like that where women are perceived to be thick or slutty. And, you know, but due to political correctness, that shouldn't be allowed anymore. But it is. It's still there in programs. Women are still perceived to be thick, slutty, tarty, and they all wear far too much makeup. You know, that sort of thing, you know. They're all a bunch of thick, big-breasted bimbos, aren't they? It's the kind of ones that you normally get in horror films. It's quite worrying, really, isn't it? I mean, you know, I'd love to hear people's views on this, especially the views of women. You know, but, yeah. Well, thank you for watching random educational stuff on the subject of political correctness and exceptions to the fact. And if you have any other exceptions to political correctness, make a video about them. Fuck it. I'm handing my RES series over to the public. But obviously, you know, credit me in the video. You know, put me in the tags or in the description or something, you know, so people know it's my idea, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.